This episode was made possible by the fine folks at
Washington State's Caviar Gold. My name is Bigfoot. Episode 11.
And welcome to another episode of My Name is Bigfoot. And today we are talking with
Jeff Bloomfield,
TJ Cornelius.
And what is the name of your band?
American Wrecking Company.
Oh yeah.
Now, what brings you to Washington?
Music. Music, and more music.
I like that.
It's a great metal scene up here.
How would you two describe your music style?
I'd call it like a mixture of like hardcore, thrash, new metal. You know, if you want to put the whole subgenre thing on it, you know, I just call it metal if it was up to me. But you know, everybody's got to put their little 2 cents in.
Their little slang on it.
Yeah. Whatever.
What would your song represent most of the time?
I would say it's definitely a lot about the human condition.
Yeah.
You know, and things that are relative to everyday life and what people go through. You know, while they're here, while they go through their walk, you know, things that are relatable, you know, not just anything, but things that in specific that people can actually read the content to and say, wow, you know, I get that, you know.
What's your next project that you're working on?
The next thing we're really working on is really just trying to get out on the road.
Yep.
You know, trying to get out there again, and we've already done a West Coast tour and a tour into Montana and back. We're working on another tour to Montana.
We're on Portland, Montana.
Yeah, we're gonna make our little Northwest round again.
How long have you guys been established as a band?
10 years.
10 years.
10
All
years.
right.
Since 2006.
All right, and it started in Boston?
No, it started in
Tacoma.
In Tacoma, Washington.
Tacoma, okay,
I moved out here from Boston.
All right, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah, I've been in the band since 2010.
10, yeah.
So I was
That's
actually
still 7 years. That's
Yeah.
rip.
I was actually a fan of this band when I was in my old band.
Yeah, we played with this old band.
Yeah, several times. Dude, it was awesome because like one of their first shows and my very first shows was opening up for 3 Inches of Blood down in Tacoma.
Yep.
And that was just phenomenal. Like I was blown away by how many people were out at that show and the fucking level of talent that everybody had there, you know.
It was a great show.
And then I saw these guys come on and I'm talking to the guy who booked it and I was like, dude, where the fuck did these guys come from? He's like, I know they're good, right? I was like, yeah.
I hate when that happens. No, so yeah, and it was funny. It was like then I think it was 2 years later. We unfortunately went through a lead singer change, and the guitar player who was in the band at the time said, "Hey, you know, I know TJ from Decrepit. Oh, I know that name. TJ, tall guy, goatee, that." And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "He's interested in coming down and trying out." I'm like, "If I remember correctly, he's really, really good." And he came in and we gave him a couple songs. And I said, "You know, you can take them, walk away with it." He goes, "Just start playing. Give me a minute." And we ran through songs without vocals twice. And he came in on the third and fourth time. He just kicked our ass, and he instantly got the job. And we were all friends anyway, and very good acquaintances anyway at that point. And now, he's my brother. You know, like it or not. Doesn't mean we're married.
I suppose I like it.
How did you get into music in the first place?
Music's in my blood. My family, I come from a family of musicians. My father, my mother play guitar. My grandmother, she played the accordion, the organ, guitar, sing. You know, I mean, it's in the blood, man. You know.
You're the lead singer, right?
Correct. Yeah, I do the vocals.
Write the lyrics?
I do write most of the lyrics. Me and Jeff collaborate on some stuff too. So he'll come to the table with some pretty badass ideas sometimes, and I'm pretty good at writing, so I'll take that and emphasize on it and just kind of envelop it into the song, you know.
I'll come with ideas, but he has to clean it up a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's just a lot thrown down on paper. I'm going, well, this is what I'm thinking. He's just going, oh shit.
Yeah, I've had to learn how to read chicken scratch and hieroglyphics because that's what I get half the time.
Pretty much. It's all good though. In the end, the final product and what we put out we're pretty satisfied with.
What are your inspirations?
I'm inspired by a lot of different types of music. You know, I listen to a lot of different stuff. Everything from industrial all the way down to even classical music and stuff. You know, especially now that I got a little bit older, I try to be a little bit more well-rounded, a little bit more into different type of new things that give my ear that intrigue and you know, catch my attention. But mainly a lot of progressive death metal, stuff like that. That's been a big influence on my style. Slipknot's first album also was a very huge influence on personally myself. Just the amount of human disdain that they display and the blatant aggressive stance that a lot of people feel. Not necessarily everybody, but a lot of people genuinely feel in this day and life, especially with the way our economy and the way life is dished out to
And our government.
to our people, you know, to the American people, you know. So like a lot of people can relate to that angst, you know, and I really did heavily, and that and like Hatebreed has always been really big influence on me. I love that band.
Definitely.
You know, we had a chance to open up for the guys, and it was a sick show, man. Like a fucking just amazing turnout. You know, like amazing vibe the whole night. You know, bands like that. They're inspirational. They're doing it. They're living their dream. You know, what's that?
It pushed you further.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it helped enhance the drive, because I've always wanted to be in a band. I always wanted to be, you know, especially a metal band. You know, just because that was the way I felt, and now it's just become a part of who I am.
I was really a Pantera fan ever since I moved from Boston into California, and got to see Pantera in their earlier days. And during those Cowboy from Hell tours and Vulgar Display tours, and that just watching that band, I was just, you know, I was 25 I think at the time, and I was just in complete awe. And then I pretty much stuck on that line, you know, the Pantera, Soulfly, Sepultura thing for a very long time, and those bands always inspire me. And then I heard Slipknot's first album, and I was like, fuck,
And that was
yes.
it,
I was like, you take that and you mix it with that Pantera sound, and that's what I've always, from where I come from musically, that's what I like to write.
Now, at what point in your career do you decide to go and have a management label?
Well,
The management aspect, not so much.
Yeah.
It's more just, it's basically what it was is we were looking to try and break out of this local area. I mean, we love Seattle, don't get me wrong. The music scene's great out here, the people are great out here, but you can't just play Seattle all the time. You know, and so we were looking for something to help us step out. We did some pretty valid attempts and made our way out a couple times, but we felt like maybe
there's something better.
getting something bigger and better would help us step out of the norm and get us to that next stage.
platform.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that way we could start getting that more well-rounded recognition around Seattle and Washington instead. You know,
We talked to several different labels. We were approached by several different labels. We were on one that gave us the hope of that would happen. And I'm not going to mention any names because it's just not. And it didn't work out. And we wound up getting away from that label. And but at that point, we were now on Spotify. We are now on Pandora and several other areas, and so that was the good thing about that label that did that for us. We were all just kind of wondering what was going to happen next. We were then approached by, we got with Cold Cock Whiskey, and we then got approached by Pavement. And they sent us an offer. We looked at each other going, Jesus, how are we going to do this? And then we sat down and thought about it, because they gave us an artist deal. And we sat down,
artist partnership.
Yeah, artist partnership. And 50-50 artist partnership. And basically we thought about it. And if me and TJ were to cold call and to do advertising, and to do booking, and to do marketing, mainly marketing and
distribution.
Yeah. It would cost us way more than what it does with Pavement. With Pavement, they're putting our money to work, and their money to work for us, and it's been amazing so far. I can't say enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, we were fucking nervous. We were like, oh no, here we go. Everybody's gonna hate us. Everybody, thinks this or that, and we just did the classic stupid thing. That has not been the case in this, and it's been really.
I'm so sorry that train.
No problem.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Good old Seattle.
Good old Seattle. Yeah. I know we should have stayed up at El Corazon, but he had to work and everything. But yeah. Okay. So I can pick it up. I can pick it up. So the thing with pavement is that they I know.
And go.
That's pavement. I'll go. Jeff, shut up. Okay. So no, the thing with pavement is that they've really put their money where their mouth is and have 100% stepped up to the plate, and we're very happy with the outcome so far. Cool. And we like the relationship. They send us emails all the time with tour offers. Some obtainable, some not obtainable, and we're working on that. We're working now that the album's coming out on August 18th. We're working, TJ and myself and Randy, we're working on the next step on getting onto some of these bands that we, I guess the word, admire and that inspire us, and the tours that we're getting offered, and we want to get with them for just more than one date. And because that's really what we want to do. We want to move on to the next level and have longevity.
If we were to give advice to any musician starting out,
Right.
What would you say?
Never give up on your dreams and what you want. Yeah. Always strive and push yourself to your limits and just keep after it, man. Perseverance is everything in this game. It will make or break your musical career. If you really want to go that far and take it to that level, even just where we're at, it's the low end of the scale, but just don't give up. It's taken a long time for us to get even just this far. And perseverance will get you there. And just follow your dreams, man. Do what you love. Don't ever lose the love is the most important thing, though. Never lose your love for the music.
I like that.
Get as far as once you do get your band together, definitely make sure you get with the 4 or 5 guys that are on the same page as you are. If you get into a band that says, hey, we're just going to do this on the weekends, it's going to be high, bop, then fine, you're good, But if you get 2 or 3 of you guys that want to take it further, take it on the road, you got a long haul ahead of you. But like TJ said, stick with your dreams, stay focused, and don't give up. There's times, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking at times, even at where we're at now. And like TJ said, we're on the low end of the national act thing, but we got to earn our way now.
Yep.
And believe me, it's even now.
Get our road credit
signed, and after getting this, it's like we get told straight up, you guys don't have road credit yet. You don't have this, and it's like, oh god. So it's like it is actually done in levels. You got your local level, and you become king of that, and then okay, well that in the end it means nothing, because now you got to do the national level, and you got to work your way up on that, and it takes time, it takes focus,
money,
it takes money, perseverance. Money, we found out the hard way, kids.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, and it's like I'm lucky I'm with 5 guys that we're all on the same page, but it took a complete 4 different versions of this band to get to that thing, and it wasn't that anybody that came and gone in this band was bad. They were all awesome. I got nothing but praise for every single person I've ever been in this band with, but their lives changed, and then we had to unfortunately part company because the rest of us wanted to keep going, and now that we're here, we're still going through growing pains. It never ends. It's beautiful.
I'm very honored that you're giving me this time to talk to you, because
feelings mutual, man. Absolutely.
well, I feel that you have the opportunity to inspire or maybe hopefully guide other musicians.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, it was
Nah,
an
dude.
honor. Thank you so much.
Dude, thanks for having us, man. It was a
thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you so much. What's the name of your band one more time?
American Wrecking Company.
Yeah.
American Wrecking Company. Check them out, please. They're
Please.
great. They're wonderful. And thank you guys so much.
Dude,
Thank
we're
you.
ingratiated.
All right, brother.
Remember, Bigfoot believes in you.